Relax, take a breath, and let this story ease your mind. The Journey of Lotus and Buttercup. This story is about a girl named Lotus and a unicorn named Buttercup, who create a lasting warmth in their village through kindness and magical adventures. Once upon a time in a serene village nestled between verdant hills and sparkling streams, there lived a gentle young girl named Lotus. Lotus had a heart as kind as the morning sun that warmed the earth, and her utmost wish was to make her surroundings as warm and welcoming as her soul felt. One day, as Lotus wandered near the edge of the mystical Whispering Woods, she stumbled upon a unicorn with a radiant golden mane, known as Buttercup. Buttercup had been injured, his shimmering white coat speckled with traces of dust and his wings drooping in fatigue. With tears in her eyes, Lotus rushed to Buttercup's side. "As mighty unicorn, let me help you," she said softly, her voice filled with concern. Buttercup blinked slowly, the light of trust igniting in his deep, blue eyes, then nodded gently. Lotus led Buttercup back to the village, where the people, curious and kind-hearted, helped nurse the unicorn back to health. The children brought blossoms to cheer him up, and the elders shared stories under the starlit sky. As Buttercup healed, the bond between Lotus and the unicorn grew stronger. They would roam the fields, picking wildflowers and chasing rainbows. Buttercup's laughter had a magical ring to it, echoing through the valleys and bringing joy to everyone who heard it. As summer turned to autumn and the days grew cooler. One evening, as a soft, golden light bathed the village, Buttercup spoke in a voice that seemed to shimmer with hidden melodies. "Lotus, thank you. Your kindness has been a warmth in my darkest days. It is time I repay your compassion." Lotus looked up at him, her eyes wide with wonder. Buttercup lowered his head, and from the tip of his horn, a gentle, glowing light enveloped them. In an instant, Lotus found herself on Buttercup's back soaring above the clouds. They visited lands where the air was perfumed with the scent of blooming flowers, and where colors danced in the skies like the northern lights. Through their travels, Buttercup shared the magic of the world with Lotus, instilling in her a deeper understanding of empathy and kindness. Each night, as they rested beneath ancient trees or by murmuring streams, Buttercup would weave tales of wisdom and wonder, igniting Lotus's imagination. When they finally returned to their village, Lotus was different. She had a light within her that seemed even brighter, a warmth that touched everyone she met. And while Buttercup roamed the skies, he always kept a protective eye on Lotus, his dear friend. The village flourished, its fields greener, and its rivers clearer, as the spirit of warmth spread from Lotus toward everyone around her. Buttercup's visits became the stuff of legend, and children would often fall asleep dreaming of golden manes and shimmering wings. Thus, in a world that sometimes seemed cold, a little girl and a unicorn together created a haven of warmth that would be remembered for generations. The end. The next story awaits to bring you closer to sleep. Violet and the Dancing Fairy Orchid. This story is about a girl named Violet and a fairy named Orchid, who learn the importance of honesty through their adventure in returning a precious necklace to the Fairy Queen. In the quaint village of Lavender, a girl named Violet left her grandmother in a cozy cottage surrounded by blooming lavender fields. Violet was known for her sparkling blue eyes and her kind heart. One afternoon, while playing near the forest, she discovered an injured fairy with iridescent wings lying among the wildflowers. "Please help me," the fairy whispered. Violet carefully carried the fairy back home and tended to her wounds. The fairy introduced herself as Orchid, the dancing fairy, tasked with spreading joy through her magical dances. Orchid recovered quickly and was grateful for Violet's kindness. Over time, they became inseparable friends. Orchid would enchant Mother with stories of the fairy realm, and Violet would share tales of her village. One day as they played by the lake, Orchid spoke. Willet, there is a secret I must confess. The necklace you found last winter does not belong to me. It belongs to the fairy queen. Violet was taken aback. She had found a beautiful necklace half buried in the snow and given it to a guide, thinking it was lost. Orchid continued, I was afraid to return it, because I feared the queen's wrath. But it's not right to keep something that doesn't belong to you. Violet felt a surge of admiration for Orchid's honesty. We must return it, Violet said firmly. Hither, they journeyed deep into the enchanted forest to the fairy queen's palace. When they arrived, Orchid nervously presented the necklace. Your Majesty, she said, I must return this to you. I should never have kept it. The fairy queen, initially stern, softened upon hearing Orchid's confession. Your honesty has shown great courage, Orchid. And your friendship with Violet proves you have a good heart. I forgive you and bestow upon both of you my blessing. With gratitude filling their hearts, Orchid and Violet left the palace, their bonds stronger than ever. They returned to their little village, where Violet's grandmother greeted them with warm hugs. From that day on, Violet and Orchid continued to spread joy, knowing that honesty and courage lead to true happiness. Their friendship shone as brightly as the stars, a testament to the power of being truthful and kind-hearted. Here's another story to warm your heart. Attilia and the Snow Fairy Bellflower. This story is about a kind-hearted girl, Attilia, and a snow fairy, Bellflower, who bond for cheer and a magical quest. In a small village nestled on the edge of an enchanting forest, lives a kind-hearted girl named Attilia. She had a tender soul and an unwavering care for every living thing round her. Every morning, she would wake up before dawn to tend to her garden, which was bursting with colorful flowers and lush green plants. One crisp winter morning, as she made her way through the snowy forest to fetch water from the stream, she stumbled upon a curious sight. Lying in the snow, barely visible beneath a tiny blanket of frost, was a snow fairy. Her wings were delicate and shimmered like the finest icicles, and her tiny face was pinched with cold. Attilia gently picked up the snow fairy and cradled her in her warm hands, whispering softly, I will take care of you. The snow fairy's name was Bellflower, and she came from a mystical land far beyond the mountains. Bellflower had been on a journey to find a rare flower known only to bloom in the first snowfall of the year. She had grown weak in the bitter cold and had collapsed from fatigue. Attilia brought Bellflower back to her quaint cottage, which was filled with the scent of pine and the warmth of a roaring fire. She placed Bellflower in a cozy bed made from soft moss and wrapped her in tiny quilts. For several days, Attilia nourished Bellflower with warm herbal teas and hearty soups, never leaving her side. As Bellflower regained her strength, she shared stories of her homeland, where the snowflakes were like stars and the trees sang lullabies. Attilia listened intently, her heart filling with wonder and admiration. One evening, when Bellflower was almost fully recovered, she told Attilia about the rare flower she had been seeking, the frost bloom. The frost bloom possessed magical properties that could heal and renew. It was said to bring peace to the land and fill hearts with joy. Attilia was moved by Bellflower's dedication to her quest and decided to help her. The next morning, they set out together, their breath forming little clouds in the chilly air. They journeyed deep into the forest, guided by Bellflower's intuition and Attilia's caring spirit. Finally, they found the frost bloom, its icy petals glistening in the morning light. Carefully, they harvested the flower and returned to the village, where Bellflower used its magic to bless the land. The village thrived, the people's spirits lifted, and the bond between Nicolia and Bellflower grew ever stronger. They remained lifelong friends, their hearts forever intertwined by the compassion and care they had shown each other. Each winter, when the first snow fell, they would meet by the stream to reminisce about their adventure and the magical frost bloom that united their worlds. Another tale begins to bring you rest. The home of Jasmine and Star. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Jasmine who befriends a friendly ghost named Star and learns that home is where the heart is. On the edge of a small, peaceful town, nestled under the grand oak trees, there lives a kind-hearted girl named Jasmine. One night, as the first autumn leaves swelled to the ground, Jasmine encountered a friendly ghost named Star. Star, with his luminescent glow and gentle demeanor, explained that he was searching for a place where he felt he truly belonged. Jasmine, with her compassionate nature, invited Star to stay with her for a while. Together, they explored the meadows, shared stories under the canopy of stars, and learned from one another. Star taught Jasmine about the world of spirits, while Jasmine shared the warmth of human kindness. They discovered that home is not just a physical space, but a feeling of safety and love. As the days turned into weeks, Star began to fade, his mission complete. He had found the place where he belonged, a place in Jasmine's heart. Though he vanished one misty morning, the memory of his luminescence stayed with Jasmine. Every time she looked up at the night sky, she felt his presence. In her heart, Jasmine knew that Star had found his true home with her. She would always cherish their time together, as it taught her that the essence of home is in the love and memories shared, no matter how fleeting. From that night on, Jasmine's heart glowed with the beautiful light of her friend, and she made sure to pass that light on to others she met, ensuring that everyone she encountered felt they too had a place to call home. Sleep tight, and let peace carry you through.